Live from the Rock Ridge Broadcasting Room at Rock Ridge High School, this is Rock Ridge Rundown.
Good afternoon, I'm Will, this is Ethan, and this is your Rock Ridge Rundown. Rock Ridge Rundown is your weekly news broadcast put together by the Journalism 1 and 2 classes. We'll broadcast live every Friday at 1:55 p.m. Today is Friday, March 21st, and we hope your day is going well. We have several stories to get into this afternoon, so let's get right into it.
Last Monday, the Winter Choir Concert took place here at the Rock Ridge Performing Arts Center. The Canterbury Choir performed Bound for Promised Land, Elijah Rock, and finished with A Trilogy of Knighthood. After that, the Bel Canto Choir performed A Jar of Hearts with solo freshman Ella Bielke, and then the Bel Canto Choir performed Stay and Does the World Stay with soloist Sophia Vokli and Leah Burra. Sorry for the mispronunciation. With Brady Peterson joining in on the violin. Lastly, a cappella performed Skyfall and Some Nights with soloist Junior Jace Matuzak and Mr. Shumal joining in for percussion. Here's a video on the performance.
Most nights I don't know anymore. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is it, boys. This is what I'm waiting.
After a cappella performed A Whole New World from Disney's Aladdin, they finished off the night with One Short Day from the Broadway musical Wicked. Great job to all the 9 through 12 choirs for an amazing performance.
Last week, juniors and seniors learned about next week being Job Shadow Week. Students signed up to shadow different companies who offered spots for students to visit a variety of workspaces so students can learn about potential careers they could pursue after they graduate. The students will be learning and asking about what position they signed up to shadow during the week of March 24th to March 28th. This is a great opportunity for juniors and seniors that have no idea what they want to do, and is also a great potential for employment opportunity. Remember to turn in your permission slip to be able to shadow your job to Mrs. Oja, and if you signed up for certain job shadows that have certain company requirements, be able to turn those in order to attend your job shadow.
This Monday was St. Patrick's Day, so hopefully you remembered to wear green to avoid being pinched. St. Patrick's Day is celebrated every March 17th, which is a day where Irish people celebrate their heritage and ancestry. While the holiday has been celebrated for centuries across the Emerald Isle, the first day of celebration in St. Patrick's Day in the Americas was in the year 1600 in the Spanish colony of St. Augustine, which is now Florida. The day is named after St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland, who originally was born in the Roman Britain in 385 AD before being kidnapped, taken to Ireland, and enslaved at the age of 16. Despite some point escaping capture and retreating to Britain, St. Peter later returned to Ireland to convert to Irish Catholicism, something like that. In this time in the Emerald Isle, St. Patrick was named saint by the church and drove the snakes out of Ireland, and made the shamrock a national icon by using it to explain the relationship between the Holy Trinity and God. There's much more to unload with the life of St. Patrick, and the ways of his legacy lives on, but we'll leave it there for today. Make sure to wear your green on next March 17th. After this short break, we'll be right back with your weekend forecast.
Rock Ridge High School. This is Christina with your forecast. Starting with today, we have a high of 35 and a low of 11. This weekend, temperatures are warming up. Saturday with a high of 32 and a low of 8. And then even warmer Sunday with a high of 31 and a low of 22. Going to this next week, temperatures will be even warmer. Monday with a high of 33 and a low of 16. Tuesday also with a high of 33 and a low of 18. Wednesday will have a high of 34 and a low of 16. Thursday will also have a high of 36 and a low of 23. And finally Friday having a high of 33 and a low of 21. Words are hard today, guys. That's all I have for you this week. After this short break, we'll be back with Coach's Corner.
Good afternoon, I'm Hollis and this is Coach's Corner. I have a couple stories for you, so let's get into it right away. It's time to put our winter gear away because the spring sports season is coming in hot, with some great sports that have always been known to end the school year on a high note. Speaking of some of these awesome sports, the Rockridge baseball team kicked off their regular season on Monday the 10th, and everyone who signed up this spring is absolutely pumped for an awesome year. Junior player Aiden Bird says, "We're all excited for the new season. As a team, we plan to try our best throughout the year, and we all hope to ultimately make it to the section finals." Thanks for that, Aiden. Well, the team seems to be in really great shape this year, with some hard hitters, fast throwers, and some overall great seasons in recent years. Everyone is excited to see what the baseball team will look like this year. To start off the season, the varsity team will play Duluth-Denfeld on Friday, April 4th, followed by a couple other games within the following week on Monday against GNK and Friday against Hibbing. Good luck, Wolverines! This past week, our girls basketball team made their second state run in a year. They played at the Pavilion at the University of Minnesota for their first game and came out on a loss of 51-67 against Marshall High School. They then moved down to Consolation and won their first game 52-50, with junior Liz Fultz scoring the final point with 1 second left on the clock. They then advanced to the Consolation final against De La Salle. They ended up with a devastating loss of 48-63. The girls put up a good fight and are hoping to make a run again next year. Great season, girls, and keep up the good work. Thank you to Joy Colbert for letting us use her photos. Now we'll take a look back at the past 2 weeks in Rockridge sports. On Monday the 10th, girls softball and track both started practice for the 2025 season. That Wednesday, the girls basketball team traveled down to the U of M for state, where they unfortunately lost quarterfinals to the Marshall Tigers 67-51. The day after, the Wolverines were able to beat Monticello in the consolation bracket, winning a nail-biter game with 52-50. Sadly though, on Friday, the Wolverines were bested by De La Salle Islanders, who won 63-48. All in all, the girls basketball team had a great season, and congrats again to the team for making it back to state this year. Focusing on this past week, on Saturday the 15th, the Rockridge speech team traveled to Black Duck High School for that week's meet. Unfortunately, this got canceled. Then on Monday the 17th, the boys baseball team started their practices for the 2025 season. And that'll be all from the past 2 weeks. Now we'll go and see what next week has in store. Tomorrow, the track team will travel to UWS to face up against Greenway, Nashwauk, Keewatin for their first meet of the season. And for the speech team, they will travel to Grand Rapids for this week's meet. Then on Monday, the boys tennis team will start practices for the season. And sadly, that's all we have for the next week in Rockridge sports. That's all I have for you. Thanks for hanging with me in Coach's Corner.
It's an exciting month for Rockridge readers as the Battle of the Books kicks off its third week, encouraging students to sit down and read a thrilling story. The event began earlier this month and ends April 4th. All Rockridge students are welcome to vote for a book of their choosing from a bracket of options, and the book which gets more votes in each round will move on to the next. Voting can be done in the third floor commons space with a ballet box and sheets of paper to write votes on with a short description of each book. Students who participated by casting a vote may also choose a Hershey's Kiss or a sticker after they cast their ballet. Students are encouraged to use this opportunity to explore the Rockridge Library's vast variety of various titles. Students can uncover new authors, explore another genre, immerse themselves in good books, and if their book is on the ballet, share that story for the rest of the school. If anyone is in need of a good read, the top selections may just be of interest. With so many options, there's a story out there for everyone, and the Battle of the Books bracket offers many options itself. There's a book waiting for anyone waiting to be read.
Recently, the Wolverines hosted their second annual speech meet called the Rhetorical Rumble. It consisted of 13 different categories, ranging from interpretation to public address. Rockridge did very well in this meet, having multiple different students do well. Ava Sherrick was Rockridge's highest scorer, placing second in creative expression. Creative expression, as a topic, makes the student write over 90% of their own script and less than 10% from related sources. The Wolverines also like to congratulate their speakers of the week, and this week we had speakers Shailene M. and Kira N. Congratulations, ladies. A little background on speech is you choose a category and you basically perform a 10-minute, one-person play without any props or costumes. Junior speech member Chase Matuzak says, "We had a great, excellent turnout, and the largest in our Rockridge history of hosting a meet. Our team did very excellent, being third overall." Thanks for that, Jace. We wish you and the rest of the Wolverines the best of luck in the rest of your season.
For those who have been looking to get on the ice, Core will be hosting a bump and skate event from 3:30 to 5:30 at the Iron Trail Event Center. There will be ice skating, games, ice bumper cars, and food, all for free. All you need to bring is your own ice skates if you plan on skating. Check the daily bulletin in your school email and click the link to sign up.
This week's Wolverine of the Week are 7th grader Keegan Mikalski and junior Wyatt Jonason. Keegan's activities include dance and her hobby is coloring. Keegan says her favorite subject is math. Wyatt's activities include hockey and a few of his hobbies are going golfing, fishing, and hunting. Wyatt says his favorite subject is also math. Wyatt's nominator says that he is respectful and responsible and he has a great attitude, fun to be around and talk with.
That's all we have time for today. Remember to catch your Rockridge Rundown every Friday at 1:55 p.m. Thanks for watching. Have a magnificent weekend.